Well, today I'm going to talk to you about the proof of veganism. The proof that is in the pudding. It's there. It's been there for a long time, far longer than I've believed in veganism. And it's crazy how it takes so long to filter through. I'm 27 now. I think I was 23 when I went vegetarian, and I think it was a year after I found out about veganism, and I looked it up and I became a vegan. But it took so long for that information to get to me. It does make you wonder as to how it's all getting covered up. But anyway, the proof. Where do I start? I mean, there's so many places you can start. We'll start at the everyday advocates. There are many vegans in the world at the moment, and yes, there are those that are not doing the vegan name any justice. These are people who are purely not eating meat, but then still eating a fairly useless diet packed with empty carbs, which are really high density carb foods such as snack biscuits, etc. Anything really that is not containing fruit or vegetables. That these people are not doing the vegan name any justice, because it gives the animal consumers a reason to say, oh no, that's not a good diet because look what happened to such and such, eating frickin' candy bars all day. Well, guess what? If you're on a meat diet too, and you eat candy bars all day, the same thing's going to happen to you. Worse, actually. I class these people that don't eat well no matter what they eat as in a more general category of people who do not eat well. I also class non-vegans in this category, to be honest. But apart from this minority of vegans, you'll find the proof is definitely in the pudding. There is a range of public figures, from business leaders to spiritual leaders, athletes, everyday people. I mean, the range is covered from smarts to brawn. And I bet my bottom dollar if you ask them to change their diet to an animal product consuming way, they would tell you where to go, for many reasons. Even if for some ridiculous reason it wasn't a cruel thing to do, say, I don't know how, but they still wouldn't go non-vegan because it's unhealthy. And same vice versa, if they had to sacrifice a little bit of health, which they don't, um, for the good of the animal, then most will. I knew myself, for a lot of the time I thought that I had some deficiencies, because that's what everyone says when they talk of veganism as deficiencies. Where are they all? So I was led to believe that for a while, but I still stuck at it. Now I know there is none. It's a whole hoax. But except for B12, obviously you need to have B12. I'm not saying you, as a vegan, you shouldn't. But this is not for reasons that people think. Oh, if you have to take a supplement, then shouldn't that be enough to tell you that your diet's wrong? But it's actually the way that food is these days that people need B12, and it's to study your health. There are some really cool advocates of veganism, and you can see them on YouTube. I'll show you a quick clip of these two. They're called Duran Ryder and Freely the Banana Girl.
Some OJ. Nice.
Really good brand.
And the weights.
They, through YouTube, show you how to live well on a vegan regime. They have their own sort of thing going on. It's called Raw Till 4. and it's a very good diet. It's not as healthy as going pure raw, but I don't know why it's called raw, because it's actually ripe. Um, but yeah, they show a great way to live and how to live in harmony, how to come back from sickness, how easy it is to be an everyday vegan. Society's health system at the moment is horrible. There's so much money being poured into it, but yet simple things like cancer, diabetes, none of them are getting. They're not really getting any headway into these things, and um, it's because of the way that it's being approached. It's diet related. The world needs to get around the fact that these are simple fixes, but we want to make them so ridiculously complicated so we can keep our stupid um, habits, such as eating meat and our dairy industry and meat industry. We've got to keep them. Um, um, More proof, well, the biggest proof is the health successes that a vegan diet has given. A great example of this is the documentary Forks Over Knives, where they concentrate on heart disease in America. Um, T.C. Campbell, again, is involved in this. I do believe it's his idea, and he changes the diet of patients with terminal heart disease to be one of plant-based rather than their standard diet. Um, and he has great success. All his patients come back from terminal heart disease. Uh, this is a must-see if you're thinking about going vegan, because you won't believe your eyes. I mean, a lot of people say it can't happen. It's not true. There's a lot of bad reviews out for it, but it did happen, and it happens all the time. In China, they are on the same diet, and they never get heart disease. Um, there are many people on a raw fruit and vegetable diet that eat as much as they like and lose weight. What diet in the world? I hate to call it a diet because it's just good nutrition, it's good food, but what diet in the world gives that result? I have never seen anyone obese eat as much as they can and lose weight on any other food regime. Okay? I don't just wish to point out that there are many benefits in being a vegan, because that wouldn't be the only proof that's in the pudding. But I want to also point out the negative effects of eating animal products, because this is proof. Today's attempt at health measures are very feeble. Life-threatening illnesses are perceived as almost hit and miss. Um, Athletes, non-athletes, distressed, unstressed, leisurely, and busy people. Um, these illnesses don't seem to discriminate when your food choice contains animal consumption. Other obvious pointers that animal consumption is not working for us is the very state of some people. Um, there's people I know that physically work out and do physical activity to a pretty good extent, yet they still hold a lot of fat on them. Just have a look next time you're in the gym or out and about. There's a lot of excess weight going around, and you will not find this with someone who lives predominantly on fruit and veg. Other thoughts on the matter? I don't think we as a species are meant to be sick the way we are. We're sick I don't know what it's like in your country, but in New Zealand it's not uncommon to be sick twice a year in the winter season, or coming out of the winter season, or going into the winter season, or need to go to the dentist every year, or brush your teeth so much, soap our body, floss, wash our hair, spray our body with chemicals. We're the only species who does this. Okay, we're the only ones who lift our arm up and spray with seemingly random chemicals. We're the only ones who get our teeth flossed. Not to ever go at people who are trying to smell nice, but I personally do not use anything to any of these soaps or anything like that. I think sprays they block your pores. I think that's disgusting. I don't think smelling like a um, carpet cleaner is particularly attractive. Um, and I don't smell at all. You smell me compared to your average animal consumer. There is no comparison, okay? When you're a vegan, and vegans know this, meat eaters probably scoff and go, load of bull crap, I don't want to hear it, like everything we say to meat eaters. But vegans know that the smell just completely really goes if you're eating a lot of fruit and vegetables. I go to the toilet and I walk out, and 2 seconds later, you could walk into that toilet and not know about it. Okay, I've been in some public toilets before and just about had a vomit. Okay, I've gone in behind a greasy fat meat eater and just about had a choke because of the horrible smell that they leave behind. And surely these are signs. It's like a rotten carcass that's coming out of you. These byproducts are surely signs that you're not running well, okay? Any good machine will not have a ridiculous amount of byproducts. It's called inefficiency. It's not what you want. It's just like a car. It's, you know.